Hey mini bike friends, it is Dan Prozowski from All About Mini Bikes, and we've been away for a little bit but not gone. We've had a lot going on, and it's funny because I just did a whole video, and when I went to go listen to it, the sound came out like I was a chipmunk or something, so I didn't have the cord plugged in there right for sound, and so I'm recording this whole thing actually, so I'm just going to try to wing it. Anyway, we've been away for a while, but we're still working on bikes and stuff. And like in here, I've got a couple frames we've built. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just not the way, not what we want to have one bike. They're just not right. That's all I can say. They're just not right. So we're working on that. I've got a new guy. He's a fabricator who's actually done go-karts before and for stock cars and everything. So I see his work, and he's really a good guy. What we're waiting on now is a die for that size tubing, and I had to order it. He did not have that small of a die, so it could take up to a month. I don't know why. He said sometimes they have to make them. I don't know. I don't know where they come from, but we ordered it up, so that's going to be, that'll be coming for a while. When it does, we think we will be on that final one perfect frame, because I've got a person who can really do the job and not guesswork, okay? Because that's what he does full time. Also, if you remember, I got the ramjet running really good. We had problems. I had problems always with that carb, and I always clean, and then I finally took it apart and I rebuilt it. And it still didn't run right after 2 times, but rebuilt it once. And then I was like, something's not right here, and I don't want to have to get a new motor. And this is a 1970 Tecumseh motor. You can't really get parts for it. So I took it back apart again and actually changed the float. The float looked fine, but I got a new float in it. Guess what? That was a problem. Runs perfect now. The only issue I had was I didn't put the filter back on when I went out tested. I didn't put it on tight. I put one screw tight and the other one not so tight, because down here where the one goes, it's just a bear. You can't even get to this thing, not even with a snub nose. You got to come in from the side, and I've got to get a special bent type excuse me, screwdriver for that. But anyway, it runs great now, but you can't exactly just say, hey, I need this screw anywhere. Lawnmower shop said they didn't have, go to hardware store, because my brother has a trail jet. He went and took his off the other day. He told me he ran up and got the right size for it, so I'm going to try to shoot out there. He lives about an hour away from me, and he made me 2 of them. Actually, he's got 4 of them, so we have spares, and so I'm going to get on to that also. So that's happened. That's been really, really good. As I have a good mini bike friend, just a friend. How about that? Ed, I met him, he's in Ohio, and the guy knows I love vintage, and I'm about vintage and trying to keep this alive and actually produce a frame. And he sends me stuff, and I really like that. And what he did was he found these, and he sent me, this right here is a brochure for this plans to build this TIG'R bike. Easy to build mini bike, and it's really cool. From what we can see, we think it's 1964, 1965, somewhere in there. And this was a brochure you would have got talking about it and to buy actually the plans. And I didn't know what to do. I went up to Office Max and had the plans, but in order for me to actually print the plans out and send them to somebody, it cost $15 at least, actually closer to $18 because it's a bigger package. Postage just went up a week ago. But I'm going to do that, but if anybody actually any of my other plans, I put it on the PDF, and then they can download it for free after they buy these other plans off us. We'll just give these as a free gift, but these other plans off of us from either eBay or on our site, All About Mini Bikes, and I'll just automatically then send the download file for that. So we've got that going on. Then also, besides that, as we're talking about our mini bikes and what we're doing, couple weeks ago I picked up more tubing. So these were 2 20-foot lengths, and had them cut it down to cut them in half, so I've got 2 11-footers here, and that's what we'll be using for the next frames. Hopefully the first one we do will come out exactly right, and then the second one he said, because we're really close to it, so there's very little that's got to be altered. But so the first one, if it comes out just right, then we can take the second one and actually do the drawings for that and make jigs for it and build them and or sell the plans for it. And or the other thing is we'll cut them and do all the forming and send it to you like that, and you can get it welded. So that's what we're looking at. And so, hey, if you like vintage mini bikes like I do, like we do, I still like the. I love Motovox. We take this out at least 3 times, just right around the neighborhood, for sure, around a Saturday or a Sunday, and during the week, just if it's a nice day, just go out putzing around through the neighborhood. But I want to take a ride up to Ida, Michigan, also on the Ramjet, and just kind of tape that as we go and we do it, and so where we ride and how we do it out over here. Okay, so anyway, I appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching. Please share with your friends. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber also. And if you have questions or comments, put them down there, or email us, anything. You know, I love it, and I love when people send some vintage stuff, just because I like vintage. And it's kind of fun, but when we were kids and we saved really hard for a couple of years to buy our mini bikes, we really wanted the golden Pinto mini bike. That's the one I wanted from Penny's, I think it was, the golden Pinto. And the reason I wanted it, but it was one of the least expensive ones that I could afford through the money. But somehow they had these Ramjets up by a local cycle shop by us, and we got them. They were just about the same price, maybe $20 more, which don't sound like much a lot nowadays. Back in 1972, 73 or something, that was a lot of money for a kid. Anyway, but it was a good thing it happened because we rode all off-road. I didn't even think about it, and the golden Pinto would not have been a great mini bike for where we rode, but the Ramjet and the Trailjet that we had with its jack shaft and a little bit bigger tires and drum brakes and all that just worked out for us real good. So that's probably why I still love the bikes. But again, I love Little Indians, I love the J.C. Penney, the Sears, Montgomery Wards. If I were a millionaire, I'd probably have one of each in my big garage. Anyway, but thanks for watching, you guys. Please share, subscribe. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a bunch for doing that, and look forward. We've got some more videos coming out. All right, thanks. Have a great time riding your mini bikes and a good summer.